I wanted to do this video as a response to Kevin Samuel's video, Are Modern Women Laughable? Yes! Yes, 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 yes. And they're laughable for so many different reasons. One of which is that many of the women want and desire men that they don't qualify for. And the challenge with that is when you want a certain type of man, many of the women on the show, like, I want a six-figure earner. Why? Why don't you want a man that loves you, cherishes you, adores you, wants to provide and protect and produce? And that could look like a man at any level. A man that adores you is going to do whatever he can to protect you, provide for you, and produce for you. I mean, he's going to work 3 jobs if that's what it takes. So I want a certain type of man. The high value man, this has been around forever, just like Kevin says. But for women that only want men because they want to use men for money, there are women called gold diggers. And you know, guess what? There's nothing wrong, because the man gets what he wants, which is a beautiful, fit, kind, cooperative, certain type of woman. And the woman gets what she wants, which is a man to protect and provide for her. So it really is a matter of, do you qualify for the type of man that you want? Also, when I was listening to the interview he did with the woman that was 43, Christian feminist, and here's what I captured from that I'm actually noticing real time, real life. I guess not real time because I'm actually in my kitchen recording this real quick. But here's what I'm noticing. There are so many women that don't understand men. And we're in our 40s. I'm mid 40s now. Yeah. And many of you all don't understand relationships. So I have 3 children with a man that I was with for, oh gosh, almost a decade. I've been married twice. I'm going into my 3rd marriage. And I've had long-term relationships, only long-term relationships, meaning the marriages I'm going into, I'm either single or I'm getting married. And I'm going to tell you, there are many things that even I had to unlearn in my marriage, going into this marriage with my soon-to-be amazing spouse, husband, Superman, I call him. And I don't talk all the time. I don't present problems to him that I don't want solved. There are no heavy burdens. I'm not trying to finish and complete his sentences. I'm not disrespectful, whether in front of him or even if we're on the phone and he says something, I don't roll my eyes. There are certain things that women can do that are just disrespectful. Number of things. But let me show you, like, there's some things on my computer I wanted to share. So hold on, let me run over to my computer and put my glasses on. So I actually have here a post, and I have some notes I keep. But you want to attract and keep a high quality man, and that's a man with high self-esteem, ambition, leadership qualities, compassion, cherishes commitment, has high standards for himself, defends his personal boundaries, knows what he wants, speaks his mind, understands the value of relationships, and exudes masculine sexual confidence. And this is from a book that I'm not going to share. I'm sharing my Patreon. But you don't qualify for what you want. Many women I see, even when I'm in my gym, they don't come in the gym cute. They don't come into the gym, you know, even with our mask on. You can tell if a person's smelling. I literally, it's funny because my ring, I got a grown woman ring, okay? I look like I'm like married and I'm not even married yet. And, you know, before the men would smile, and, you know, I smile back, they open the doors. Now, they don't do that as often, which is fine. I don't need that. I don't even desire the attention from men. I get enough attention from my Superman. But there are men that, you know, one ran to open the door for me. So I'll see him and he'll wave. Today he waved. I mean, I wave back. You know, it's nothing. But I notice the women in the gym don't even give the men that. They don't even give them their feminine essence. Okay, just to say, hey, I'm a woman and I'm friendly and I have this positive, joyful, kind energy that breathes life into them. Many of you all won't even do that. You're not going places. This is why it's laughable. Where are you going to meet men? I was talking with a young woman yesterday in her 30s, and I'm like, okay, outside of work and Walmart, where do you go to meet men? And she's like, oh, I don't know. I said, you need to go get on a website, match.com. I think League is one of them. I wouldn't do Tinder, you know. I mean, and again, even when I did Tinder early on, my daughter put me on there. I did not get not one hookup. Like, hey, you want to hook up and have sex? I've never had a man say that to me. I guess I don't put out that type of energy, or maybe I just don't even respond to it. Like, I wouldn't even like someone that had a post up with their shirt off or something stupid like that. But that's me, and I don't judge you. You do what you do. But the type of man, like, you're not meeting them because they're not my Superman. If you saw him in Walmart, you'd totally pass him by, because when he goes, it's like after work, and he has on like his raggedy clothes, or like sometimes it's just funny, and you just wouldn't even give him the time of day. Many of you all are passing men up because you're looking for a certain type of man, and he's not that way and again, I'm just using Walmart as an example. So you're not even online to meet them. You're not in the social circles. You don't have the friendships, even at the business meetings. So those are just some of the things I want to share. So I think modern women, definitely are laughable. And the conversations, you know how to be kind of mysterious with a man. Are you interesting? That's what my honey says. He said, you're so interesting. Do you have that mysteriousness? Are you seductive? Do you have that sweet fragrance, that woman feminine fragrance? We have a sweet fragrance that exudes from us. My grandmother, when she was here, if I could have got her on camera, it would have been so fun. I'm going up there for Mother's Day, and I'll try to get her on camera. But she has this sweet womanly fragrance. Like, just, we go places, and this how I'm doing it. She's very bourgeois. So we say, I'm bourgeois. But if you haven't, and if you don't, it's something you can develop. And then who's talking to you, especially my young women, who's talking to you about marriage and relationships? Because I'm going to tell you, honey, I'm mid-40s. These men want beautiful, fit, kind, cooperative, submissive women. And some of you all don't know how to flirt. You don't even know how to put a little switch in when you walk in. You just don't even know how to just you don't have to walk so fast, and you don't have to be about your business all the time. Like, you guys, I don't know. There's some finishing schools. There's some feminine schools. I do have a Patreon, and, I share videos and things like that over there. But who's talking to you about getting prepared to get married? And even if your mom is married, mom and dads, maybe they've been married for a long time and stuck in things, and you saw so many things go on that you didn't understand, and you may not have the respect for your mother or your father. Lots of things to keep in mind, but cling on to a woman and get a mentor in that space. And if you're around women and single friends that are never talking to you about men, that's a problem. I had a friend, the one I would consider a friend, new kind of friend from afar, text me like, hey, you need to get prepared. Looks like we might be going to war. Da, 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 da. And I said, I'm about to have me a husband. I'm not worried about it, because that's him. His job is to worry about things. And then she responded with something else. I said, well, just think about this and this. And I said, no, his job is to think. My job is to feel. So I know many men make comments under Kevin Samuel's videos about women. She talks about how she feel. Well, women are supposed to talk about how they feel. That's what we're supposed to do. We're feeling beings. That's what we do. Men are supposed to think, want, like. When I speak to my Superman, well, what do you think? What do you want? What do you like? And I only talk about how I feel, because he wants me to feel good. He wants me to be happy. Okay? So lots of things here for my women. And, I used to say, I'm going to do for my women over 40. Y'all ain't listening. Y'all ain't even serious about this. And it really is, I'm looking at this like, especially for my Black women, you're not serious. White women, whoever women, really. But you all need to be serious about getting husbands. And if you're not, get serious about your career and get serious about your 401k, because you're going to need it. So that's what I wanted to talk about. And, the more I'm doing these videos, I'm wrapping up this love series and Love Over 40. The time I'm making this video is like March-ish, so I'll probably wrap this up. I'm getting married in July, and I'm kind of tired of talking about it because folks don't want to listen. Like, I don't want to be combative and argumentative, and I'm getting comments from trolls. Let me tell you, I comment back on YouTube. Y'all better go look at my old YouTube videos. I am not a keyboard warrior. I will respond, okay? And then I will block you after I respond, okay? So you're not going to say what you want to say to me online with no avatar and no comments and no videos. Basically you just go online and just spew your hate. I'm not the one. But for my women, especially my young women, if you are serious, like, I want a husband, I don't know what to do. Oh, I would love to talk to you. I would love to talk to you. Join my Patreon. It's like nothing. I think it's $25, $99. Join, because I want to talk now to the young women. The 40 plus women don't want it. The young women, if I could have used my uterus wisely and understood how to attract a certain type of man. Did he need to be high value? He could have been, but I could have worked with literally anyone. When I met my father of my 3 children, he would have been considered a Henry, because at that time I was 17 years old and he was in his 20s, and he was making at that time maybe $25 an hour. So that was a long time ago. About over 25 years ago. And so he was on his way, and he just sort of, life happened. He got sick, couldn't go to a drug test, and lost the job, and everything went downhill from there. And that's where men, their purpose is attached to work at every age. That's where their purpose is attached. And so it's not that I couldn't even attract them. I didn't understand. And so we had children, we were together a long time, and things just didn't work out the way I would have hoped for them to have worked out at that time. And hindsight, I would have stayed, watch another video, because I know some of y'all, you all over the place, you new trolls. I can talk about whatever I want to, because this is my video, okay, trolls. I'm gonna do like this one channel I listen to, he calls, and it's men, not women, he calls them moist men, because the men, you all are bullies on here. Oh my gosh, this new YouTube, I need to stop it. But again, for my women, y'all 20-something, 30-something even, if you want to understand why you're not attracting a man, get into my Patreon and ask a question, because I could probably tell you. I literally probably could look at you, how you're dressed, your mannerisms, your conversations. It's real simple, but let me tell you something else. I was telling my Superman this. This isn't a, this isn't a chameleon. This isn't an act. This isn't I'm just going to act like this for a while, get my man and go back to who I am. This is a lifetime honey. My honey and I, we kid, because he says, because he's an amazing provider. And he says, you understand the assignment. And now, like with him, I say, you understand the assignment. We don't even know the song. But you have to understand the assignment. If you want an amazing man, you want to attract a man that's going to treat you like what I'd love to say, a goddess, this is forever. This isn't a start and stop. This is being fit. I recently lost some weight. I watch what I eat. I do count my calories. Like, I'm trying to be, looking amazing in my 80s like my grandmother does, okay? So for my ladies in my 20s, I'm not going to continue to share content just for women over 40, because for many of you, you have not had the opportunity to be around women that are concerned about you getting married and focusing on attracting an amazing husband and someone you can grow with. It's hard out here taking care of yourself, paying all the bills. Like, that's a burden. It's a lot of weight. And you don't have to finesse these men. You don't have to sleep with men for money. You don't have to sleep with a man to get him to pay your bills. You can pay your own bills and be self-sufficient. So when that man comes along, you all can move into your home, okay? He can build you a home that you can be proud of, and you can change the trajectory, the entire trajectory for generations to come, okay? All right, so who's gonna be the spark to ignite the conversation of Modern Women Laughable? And I especially would love to hear from my women over 40 that are either in a long-term relationship or married, and offer some advice to these younger women. Let's help them be successful in relationships. And I'm gonna tell y'all, this is number 3 for me, but my grandma was telling me I had an aunt that had 7 marriages. So I'm like, well, the women in our family, we do marry. I don't want 7. This is it for me. This is it. I love my Superman. I get the assignment. So leave me a comment below and let's continue the conversation. I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Gotta get up. Peace.